Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things frugal, thrifty and money saving. And today I thought I would show you around the house and show you what I think frugal living looks like. Well, what it looks like to me anyway. I've seen a lot of similar titled frugal living vlogs and films and videos on YouTube. So I thought I'd show you my version. So as I say in the video, the house is looking really nice and tidy and clean because we have put it on the market. And we can't see that there's an awful lot that we would like to buy. So it might mean that this is just an exercise really, and that we might not move. And we're not going to move unless we can find something that we like as much as this. And hopefully slightly better. We want to go in one of the villages on the outskirts of what is now a city. We've declared a city part of the Queen's Jubilee. So, you know, there's no point, is there? You know, you spend a lot of time and money and there's a lot of stress involved in moving house. And unless you can find, particularly for us, because we don't have to move, you know, we're making a choice to move. Unless you can find something that you really, really want, you would be happy to live in, that's better than what you've got, what's the point of going? I think whenever we've moved before, it's been because we've had to, you know, with jobs and that kind of thing. Or, you know, I moved back here to be near a family when my children were small and that kind of thing. So, you know, it's a stressful process, isn't it? And it's not an inexpensive process. It costs a minimum of 10 grand to move house. So it's not something that you do lightly, really. So we are looking. We've seen a few houses. We've got one to see on Saturday. We've seen a few houses that look quite nice. We're not really stepping up because what's the point until we've got an offer on this? The housing market is moving very, very fast in the UK at the moment. There's no point in falling in love with something and putting an offer in when we haven't sold because it wouldn't be accepted. So we're not doing that. Anyway, here is a tour. So I'll give you a tour of Shoestring Cottage. It's not a cottage. I wish it was a cottage. That's what I'd really like. But, you know, up until now, our budget hasn't really been, it couldn't really extend to a really cottagey, oldie worldy type place. It's a 1940s, very solidly built, ex-local authority, semi-detached house. It's nothing special, but it's really surrounded by green and light. You're not hemmed in. With new houses, I've noticed that, you know, there's parking everywhere on the pavements and your neighbours are this far away from you and that kind of thing. There's a lot of space around us. We've got probably the biggest garden on the whole street. There's so much space, you know, so I really like that. You can hear birds singing everywhere. You're kind of aware of traffic sometimes, you know, but there's not a lot of traffic. We're on a very quiet road. There is a main road, a couple of streets that way. You can hear, I've got the window open so you can hear a car going by now, but generally speaking, it's a very quiet road. You don't come down this road unless you want to visit someone in it. Excuse me, you'll hear me coughing all the way through the video. I still have my post-COVID cough. It's been 6 weeks now. It's getting a bit wearing, but you know, it'll go when it goes, won't it? I'm just trying to be as healthy as I can. Anyway, without further ado, I'll show you what I think frugal living looks like, and I'll give you a tour of Shoestring Cottage. Here we go. So I think I've gone a bit mad with the lipstick. I might have to tone that down a bit. Anyway, I'm just about to pop out. I thought that as the house is probably as clean and tidy as it's ever going to be, because we've got some house viewings coming tomorrow, I would do a tour of Shoestring Cottage and show you our frugal life, really, how we live frugally, how we decorate a house on a budget. Here we go. So you've seen this room before, I think, in another video. This is our second-hand cat Lola. She was a rescue. The blind was second-hand. I got it from eBay. These old posters were something Justin picked up along the way that we quite liked in here. Got a collection of vases up there. Most of the books would obviously be second-hand. This table and chairs were second-hand. And my Apple Mac was second-hand. My dummy, this is what I used for eBay. That was new. The picture was new. It's from the artist, who was a local artist. The curtains were Marks and Spencer's, but they were second-hand from eBay. The sofa bed is second-hand. That's really handy when we have a lodger and we also have more than one daughter coming back, because we've got 3 daughters. The little nest of tables, that could do with really upcycling. I'm going to do that at some point. But that came from a second-hand shop. The chair is an old chair that was handed down by my ex-mother-in-law. TV was new once, but it's ancient now. It really needs sorting out. This cupboard was my friend Paula's. She gave it to me. The plant stand was second-hand. Justin picked that up on Facebook, I think. The mirror came from Facebook. The wood burner was new. Justin bought that. The wicker vase was second-hand. This is Archie's toy box. Imagine having a dog that has a toy box. The Tiffany lamp, that was second-hand. I think they came from Facebook as well. It's just a few old CDs we've still got. I think you've seen this G-plan sofa. That was also second-hand. It could do with a clean, actually. Archie's been sitting on it. The poof was, that was Justin's mum's. The lamp was new, but I got it at a garage sale. Somebody hadn't actually used it. They'd bought it and not used it. In the hallway, I'd upcycled this, but Archie has scratched it, so I need to do it again. He scratched it when he was trying to go out. This was part of a dresser that my parents got from an auction that I had as a dresser. It was cream for many years, but I've just upcycled it a bit. What else do we have in here? Nothing very exciting. My friend Sarah gave me this old wicker basket, which we keep shoes in to stop Archie from eating them. So it is a bit knackered, and when he was a puppy, he did chew it, bless him. But I've got to paint that green again at some point. So the kitchen, so I've just mopped the floor, so it's looking shiny. The kitchen was just here when we got here. I would love to replace it if we do decide to stay in this house. This kitchen is definitely being replaced. The appliances were all new, but this dresser, I think, again, you've seen this. Everything on it is second-hand, just from junk shops. This was a pine dresser from my parents, which I have, I don't know, upcycled off. It's been many colours. You can see the blues coming through. The green needs doing again. What else do we have? So we've got downstairs loo here. Do you remember I did the sponging on here recently because the walls are so awful. The floor actually was being thrown out by my friend Georgie, so she gave us a lump of that. Oh, it was an offcut, I think, from her new kitchen. This is my office. This is where I sell second-hand stuff. So this is all the stuff that I list online, or not just on eBay, on Vinted and various places. To sell, which is part of my income. So all of this, none of this is secondhand, apart from the desk, which came from Facebook Marketplace. It was an IKEA desk. My daughter got me that. Shoestring Cottage. You see the garden from here. Garden's looking quite nice. Justin finally got the gazebo up, but we haven't really had any nice weather to do anything with it. And we've got lots of flowers and things we want to put in pots. So we've got a bit of gardening work to do. Oh, this old wardrobe, I keep some of my eBay stuff in there. That was new, but a long time ago. Second-hand bookshelf rather. And my mum gave me this lovely old granny trolley, wicker one, which is just piled up with coat hangers at the moment, not very great. And my other old granny trolley, which was also second-hand. I take those to boot sales, so they're really helpful. Some of my stock. And then going upstairs. The carpet still has not been replaced because we were going to do it, and then the estate agent said don't bother. So if we stay here, the first thing I'm going to do is replace this awful carpet, which has been scratched to bits by the cats. This unit at the top was second-hand, Facebook Marketplace, I think. The baskets I had to buy, no, I bought them second-hand. I got them on eBay because they don't do them anymore, so I must have got them second-hand. So I love this kind of, I love that country where you'll know if you've seen my house, that kind of country vibe. This is the room that we did yesterday. We've just painted it. And again, I've used my sponging technique because the wall was absolutely terrible when we took the wallpaper off. We got this paint, we may as well use it. So going back to my trick of sponging the very uneven walls to try and disguise them. Doesn't use much paint, so that's good. This was a second-hand unit, a second-hand lamp from the charity shop. The bed was new, but a long time ago. But the bedding I got from eBay, and the cushions we already had. I found them in the attic. I think that shelving unit was also belonged to Justin's mum, I think. We've had that there since we moved in though, so again, this carpet is hideous, needs sorting out. This is the lodger room. We don't have a lodger in here at the moment. Oh, yes we do. We have Dora. This is just all my girls' old stuff from when they were here. Someone's been jumping on the bed. I wonder who that could have been. I'm going to blame Archie for that. Get that tidy. This little unit, I think that came from my mum. It's a very old desk. Again, that could do with an upcycle and a second-hand chair. I want to paint the chair as well. This wardrobe, though, is the biggest wardrobe I've ever seen. And I bought it new before we moved in here when I was in rented. Because my girls had so many clothes and they had to share a room. And it's very large, but if we do move, God knows how we're going to get it down the stairs. This little unit was new at the same time as I bought the wardrobe. This is a little mini sofa bed, which we got. It's an IKEA sofa bed. We got that from Facebook. This bed came from Facebook and the bedding came secondhand from eBay. My old lodger picked up this unit because she put her TV on it, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it there, but she picked that up from Facebook Marketplace. So, oh, the mirror I think was new. So, the curtains in the hall, they came from Freecycle. That came from a garage sale. There's not much to show you in the bathroom because it's just as it is, really, isn't it? There's nothing secondhand. I think the basket was probably secondhand, but the bedroom you've already have seen in previous video. You know, I've got the curtains secondhand. I've owned these little bedside tables for a long time, but I upcycled them because they didn't match, and now they do. The bed was from Facebook Marketplace. All of the bedding was secondhand. Picked up the pink blankets in a charity shop. I've got this teddy that I've got to sew up. This was a present for my daughter before she was born, my eldest daughter, and she will be 30 this year, and he really seriously needs some sewing up, so I've got to do that. This was one that I bought at the same time as the wardrobe and the other pine furniture, which again you'll have seen me upcycle. The lamps were from boot sale. Curtains were from they were from eBay. I think I've had these baskets for a long time. I've got some in the kitchen as well. They were from Tesco, long time ago, probably 25 years ago. And this was an old wardrobe given to me by a family member. And again, I upcycled that recently, along with this little one. This mirror was my daughter's. I sprayed it gold because it was she started painting it pink and it looked terrible. So I finished it off. So that's the bedroom, and that's pretty much all of it. So the gazebo was new. Some old guy made these using reclaimed wood on Facebook. Oh, it needs so much work. Most of the pots were given to us. The table and chairs, I think we bought those new, can't remember now. That bench was new a long time ago. That was secondhand, and you will maybe have seen us upcycling that on my blog, shoestringcottage.com. That old chair was given to us by one of the neighbours up the road that was just free outside their house. The shed's an old one we've just painted to try and make it look less like it's falling down. And here's the greenhouse. We got this second-hand from Freecycle. That was a great find. It's the veggie patch. We've got courgettes and runner beans growing. More courgettes. Justin made those boxes actually out of an old bed. Then you see tomatoes, and we've got cucumbers and peppers in the greenhouse as well. That's a coconut tree. We've got red currants and black currants on the right hand side there. One of these sheds, the left hand side one, I got from Freecycle. Somebody was giving it away and Justin put it together somehow, put a new roof on it. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of Shoestring Cottage. One last thing, we are also very much blessed in this area with having some fabulous walks for the dog. So I'll just finish by showing you my view of the poppies that I had this morning. Absolutely stunning. Have a lovely Jubilee weekend. Well, it'll be nearly finished by the time you see this on Sunday. I hope you had a lovely Jubilee weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Field full of poppies. Absolutely gorgeous today. Zoom in a bit, you can see them. Field full of poppies, absolutely beautiful. They go all around. lovely.